All righty, we are at noon. We do have this currently recording right now, so I'm going to go ahead and start going with it. So when we're done, I'll go ahead and post this to KWTC fam. But in the meantime, feel free to ask questions. Can you see my Facebook screen here on KWTC fam? That should be shared. Allie, can you see my Facebook screen?
Yeah, I can see the Facebook screen.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to go over a couple things today. It's probably not going to be the whole hour. Feel free to ask questions as we go. But the main objectives today are going to be to show you how to make a Facebook business page, and then to show you how to do a awesome command campaign to generate those buyers so we can double down on our activities and get through this weird pivot shift time. So like I said, ask questions if you would like as we go. And this is going to be posted on the Facebook page when we're done. So in the meantime, basically here, I got the KWTC fam up on my screen. If I keep looking away, it's because my main screen is not where my webcam is at. I'm using the laptop webcam. So to create a new page, you're going to come up here and you're just going to select create. And you're going to want to go ahead. You have all these options. You're going to create a page. And so Facebook here is really set up so you can have multiple pages. For business, you definitely want to be a business or a brand. There is an argument for wanting to be a community or public figure as a realtor. I prefer to be a business because I lead a team and I have a brand. And so you get started and it walks you through this. So I'm going to create a page that I'll delete at the end of this. So we're just going to go real estate test page. And then we're going to go and select here to add a category. So what category here is, of course, going to be real estate. So real estate agent. And then you can put in your details. In fact, it requires you to. And you can select to don't show your address. Now, what I've done on Tri-Town Home Group's page, as well as Brian Verhey Realtor, is I've actually set it up to be the office's address. So that way, if people send me anything or whatever, it goes to the office. So you have that option there. And you'll hit continue. And Facebook is going to do its thing. It's going to set up the basic page. And from here, it's going to want you to upload a profile picture. Let's see what I got here. Nothing in that one. Let's just go the Batman avatar. I mean, you're in a thing with Brian, you're going to get some Batman. Upload cover photo. So we can go in and upload a cover photo for the page. And this wizard is really walking you through. Now, this is really cool. This is something that's just been added. I haven't added this to Tri-Town yet. You can actually have online booking for your appointments. I don't recommend you do this, though, because Command is going to have functions for you to be able to work on that as well. So that's the basis to set up your Facebook page, which you're going to need to run a campaign through Command. Once you set this up, it's going to walk you through getting people to like your page. It's going to help you set up to make sure it is
this is good.
As awesome as possible. But this is the basic page.
40 minutes. What?
Keeping all those things about 20 minutes from now. So, and Tilly,
Hey, Tila, can you go ahead and mute your mic?
I just muted her. Anyway, so from here we can go to agent.kw.com. And there's a couple things we need to do before we can set up to run your campaign and get into campaigns. You're going to want to go up over here where your face is. You can see my mic or my mouse moving. And you are going to select settings. That's going to bring you to your settings page. Now in settings, you want to make sure you have everything you possibly can connected to help automate as much as possible. However, for this, we need to make sure we have Facebook post scheduling enabled. And we need to make sure that we've connected our Facebook Ads Manager. Now you have your business page connected. You have all your good stuff set up. So what you'll just need to do is hit connect account next to the Facebook stuff, and the wizard will walk you through that. I don't want to disconnect my account for this because that would just cause some mayhem. However, it's a real easy step-by-step that you want to make sure your Facebook account is connected. If you have troubles with this step, since I'm not walking it through in the video, let me know, and I will be happy to troubleshoot with you on the phone or on a Skype one-on-one call. Anyway, so once we have everything connected, then we're able to go to our campaigns right here. And campaigns is where we're going to be setting up our ad and all that great stuff. So we go into here, and you can see that I actually haven't had an active campaign. It says in the last 30 days, but it really, once it goes to complete, it's going to mark it complete. This last one here I did was completed just about a week ago. And I decided to wait just a little bit to do another campaign because I knew I'd be teaching this class. So once you're at this screen, you see you have a lot of options. For the Facebook ad that we're talking about today, you want to just go up and hit create new campaign. And so you're going to have all your options up here. Right here is social ad. You want to go ahead and click on social ad, and that will bring this up. And it's going to walk you through step by step. So right now we want to enter a campaign name. So I'm going to call this the 1920 South Rainier Place because that's the listing I'm going to be using. And we're just going to call this quarantine ad. Why not? Because of the time we're in, right? Whatever. I'm just going to leave it by the address. That'll be better. Anyway, and then you want to hit advertise listing. Now, there's a lot of other options here that you could go, and a lot of people want to go to attract buyers. But my best advice is go to advertise listing because that's going to get the listing out there more. If you don't have an active listing of your own, feel free to reach out to someone and say, hey, can I borrow your listing for an ad? I don't know of many agents that are going to object to having their listing advertised to buyers. So we're going to come down here then and click Facebook. So Facebook is just the one channel I like to go through. There is some value to Instagram and less so to Twitter, but where we're getting our dollar per leads has been coming from Facebook. So we're going to set up the campaign, and it's going to come up here. It's going to show your listings, and for some reason this old listing's here, but it's going to show status of active. I'm going to go all statuses on this one because it was pending up until just the other day. We had it fall out, unfortunately. And we're just going to search it in KWLS here. And we have to do full address because keep in mind, this is all of Keller Williams, not just local. So we go 920 South Rainier Place, Kennewick, Washington. And looks like it might not want to show up for whatever reason. There it is. Well, that's the old one. Here's the new one right here. So here's my listing. Sometimes you have to get a bit creative with it because it's all listings I can gather. And actually, it's not even all of Keller Williams. It's pulling from the MLS as well because this over here is what it was before my clients purchased it. So anyway, we're going to select this listing. And it's going to go ahead and bring up all the automatic details, and we're able to start to set up the ad. So first thing you want to do is you want to go through and you want to go click on the add text field here. And we want to just get rid of this text. It's not great. It's pulling from the listing to try to be automated, and it's just not going to get the job done for us. All right. I'm going to mute you, Carmen, just because there's some background noise coming in. Anyway, so what do we want to put in this text? Well, we want it to be captivating. We want it to be something that's going to grab attention online because you only have a few glances. So something I like to do here is I like to mix in with emojis and stuff. So in this case, this is a small house. It's a starter home. So I'm going to say impeccable. That might be too big of a word though. So you want to see what gets die. So let's go amazing starter home exclamation point, and we're going to come here and we can add emojis. So we can search for house, and I'm going to choose this one. It has some green. I will be utilizing spell check on this because it's not my strongest suit sometimes, but you know, that is what it is. And the idea here is you want to write a captivating intro here and see what we can do as far as, you know, just little things to get people to see it in the moment. We're going to call this completely renovated because it is a flip with brand new master bath and kitchen. And you see here I'm adding emojis as I can, just to catch the eye. So now, you know, you remember English class now. You know, the English professors always told you, tell them what you're going to tell them, tell you what you told them, and then, or tell them and then tell them what you told them. So that's starting this process right here. So now that I got that brief eye-catching thing, information, I'm going to put click learn more to see all the pictures and information about this wonderful home. And I'm going to go ahead and go and use a pointer, and we're going to point down in the general direction where the link is. So that's pointing downward towards the general direction of the link. If possible, you can write more and try to get it over here to where it's pointing down, but directly over the learn more. But you know, for now, this is fine. I'm gonna go through and clean it up a bit more. So that's just the quick bit there. Then we want to go through in our headline, and our headline is going to be this big text here. And so it's something that's going to be bold, easy to say. So we're going to come here on the headline, and we're going to say fully renovated home located in Kennewick. And again, we want to make sure we're telling them what to do. So click learn more for all the pictures and details. Now you'll notice I have said click learn more for all the pictures more than once. People love pictures, and right now they're going to be given about 5 pictures of this property to work with. Well, we want them to want to see all the pictures, and so that's how we're going to capture their information by saying, hey, click learn more, click here, do. And so we're just going to go and we're going to, once again, tell them what to do there. So then we come down to this last bit, the description, which is this text right down here. And we can come up with this home is more than meets the eye. Don't miss out on the brand new master bath. And again, I'm going to use the emojis because it catches people's eyes. Or the completely and here is where you want to try to really flex your skills with puffing a little bit. Sorry. I decided to change my verbiage a little bit there. But you want to flex your skills a little bit with puffing. You want to go ahead and really make this property seem great. And so what we have here is a brand new kitchen. There is not anything else like it on the market. which is a good puffing language because, you know, you're not saying that there's not other houses, but there's just nothing like this house. This house is unique. All that great stuff. So all the work is done and it's move in ready. So we have that there. You know, it just depends on the house. I could talk about the brand new paint on the outside or other items of this house, but just for the purpose of this, I'm wanting to kind of keep it short and sweet. So again, we want to tell them what to do. So I really try to make it clear here. So there we go. I hit the max amount of text. I'm at 246. I'm going to put in as many of these as I can. And so there is my ad created in a nutshell right there. So what we do here, now that we have the ad itself written, we're going to save the ad text and we're going to move on down the way and configure the ad media. So this part is really where it gets important. You see it has the default picture here, but we can add up to 5 total pictures. So what we want to do is we want to come in here and say, hey, what pictures are really going to show this house in the best light? So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to, I talked a lot about the kitchen, so let's go ahead and put in this picture here of the kitchen. It's going to come in and you're going to crop it to be the best view possible. I like that view there. And we're just going to continue to do this and we're going to add everything that we need to add. Here's one about the master bathroom that's brand new. So let's get this in there. We have, let's get one that's a good shot of the living room. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Now let's go with this one. And the idea here is we want to make it look as great as possible. So we keep adding images until it stops us. In this case, this will be the last one it's going to let me do. And then we have our DBA logo right here. Now you can get the logos on OneDrive from all the Keller stuff. And you can choose where the logo is positioned on the ad, left or right. It really doesn't matter, but you do need to make sure you have the Doing Business As Keller Williams Tri-Cities logo on there. It is a requirement for legal advertising. And then each office is independently owned and operated. We need to make sure we have our ownership statement in there. And you can see the ads starting to take shape over here and what it's going to look like. Now with the 5 different images, the algorithm is great. What it's going to do, it's going to serve up advertisements and it's going to figure out what image works best for what groups. And it's going to start having that as the lead image for those groups. So we go here, and now we get to the Facebook part. We start to configure the Facebook advertisement. And so here's my account that we connected earlier as the Facebook account. And we got to go here, and it's going to select all my pages are available. There's that real estate test page that we made at the start of this. And if I were to select that, it would run the ad on that test page. You can see it's going to put the Batman right up over here and all that we did when we started. In this case, I want to run it, of course, on Tri-Town Home Group. Why would I run it anywhere else? So that's that there. And then we have selected use Facebook lead generation form. This is very important. This is the key thing. You want to use a Facebook lead generation form because when they click learn more, it's going to pop up a pre-generated form with the information that Facebook has on them. And all they have to do is click yes, and you get their information right in your command. If you don't do that and you use a landing page, you're not going to capture leads because people are going to click it, go to your landing page, and go, oh, never mind. When you click on use Facebook lead generation form the first time, you will have a pop-up that requires you to log in and agree to the fair advertising. That is how Facebook's protecting themselves from people who want to advertise that they basically make sure that you're following the advertising laws. You're not doing discriminatory advertising. So that's very important there. Now, the next thing is the follow-up destination. This is where the ad is going to send people after you capture their information. So you want to control that as best you can. So as you see here, I've gone to tritownhomegroup.com, and I'm just going to look up the property right here on my search engine. And it should pop it up right here. Well, it wasn't clear, so. And it should pull it up. I don't know why it's having trouble doing that. I know that the property was pending for a little bit, so it might be having issues in the system. So that is, of course, fun. Let me see if I can't find it real quick. Well, anyway, it's not wanting to pull up. I did have this property pending just yesterday before it fell out of contract. So it might not be showing up here, which is unfortunate, but not a big deal. So we can just choose a random property for now. Let's choose this one. And you see this property here. Let's pretend this was our property one. So we click here and we hit copy. And we could copy that link. We go back to command, which, sorry, Zoom is in the way. There we go. And we paste, delete the HTTPS, and we paste that there. That's going to be where it sends it to. So I'm using my own website. If you need help creating the website, that will be coming up soon, but we can also do a quick look at consumer. There is a wizard that can get you going real quickly. Now we're going to want to come in and we're going to go to ad targeting, and we're going to use the custom settings, and we want to target custom audience. Targeting in my database is another option it gives you, but unless you're really targeting those people you already know instead of trying to generate leads, you want to do the custom audience. So we're going to want to search within, I do 25 miles of Kennewick, Washington, and that will cover all the major areas. And then we want to add or change interests. So this is where we really get that laser focus on getting the right people. So I'm going to type in here Zillow, and it's going to pull up Zillow as an option, Realtor.com. And what this is doing is I'm adding things to the list to say, hey, people who have searched or engaged in these terms are the people that I want to target. So, you know, people who have done home insurance, renters insurance, Realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia. And you notice I don't have to exit out of this after each selection. I am able to just go ahead and select them, and it will add them. So anyway, all these things, we just keep adding them. You don't want to go much past probably 5 or 6 of these, or you'll over target, and you'll wind up not getting a good pool of people. So house hunting is one I like to do. We're probably about where we're going to want to be, but real estate broker is a good one. And just these are the people that we're going to be targeting in this case. So we have those there, and we're targeting our audience. And we have everything else filled out. The last thing is duration of budget. Now, I recommend running these ads. Sorry, it sounds like someone knocked someone down in the kitchen, guys. I like to run these ads for a shorter duration. So March 25th, you always have to start it the day after you set up the ad. But we're going to run this probably from March 25th to, I like to go 8 days, so probably April 2nd. and really, you got to adjust this to your budget. I run $30, so I'm really looking to do about $3 per day, maybe just a little bit more. That's why I go 8 days, and that gets me more listings in there. If you have a tighter budget, and you want to run, because we're working at that $50. Let's say you want to do 5 different ads for $10 per. You can do $10, and you can do, maybe a shorter time and do $1 a day, $1.50 a day. The idea though is you're setting up your duration of budget so it's effective. So for me, I like to go 8 days, and I like to spend $30. In this case, I'm going to go $25 because I'm going to run 2 ads during the $50 credit. So once you have that set up, you'll save the duration and budget, and then you'll want to just hit publish campaign, and it will put this up there. I have some things to fix on this, like my link and stuff, so I'm not going to publish it right now. But if you do hit publish, you'll be up here and you'll have the payment information that you've put into command, and you'll hit create campaign, and it will create it. The next day it'll go live, and you'll start generating leads. So for now, I'm going to save this as a draft, so that way I can get back into it and edit it and get it launched up the way I'd like it to do. And so it's saved as draft. And once it's loaded, so right here, I'll go and be able to edit those things and launch my campaign. So let's look at one of my past ads here so we can look at some of the metrics. So this is the one that I ran most recently. I ran it for 7 days. And you see here my cost per lead click, which is CPLC here, was $1.91 a lead. So I got 11 leads in 7 days. And it was for $1.91 per. And so I ran these pretty concisely next to each other. And then you see here, if I click on the 11, so the lead under leads, it's going to take me here. I have some default filters I need to clear. But you can see the leads that we got, and they've been assigned to members of my team, but here they are, Facebook ad leads, and they were put directly into my CRM. I didn't have to do anything. All the money all the information was just automatically filled in. And of course, then it was sent out to my team. If you're an individual agent, you don't have to worry about it being assigned to anyone. You log in to hit your leads and you start making phone calls. So that is in a nutshell of how to create these campaigns and to how to move forward with them. You guys have any questions for me? We got enough time here that I can answer some questions. Okay, so I guess the last thing I would leave you with is my phone number, of course, is 509-851-3900. If you have trouble creating these campaigns and getting them going, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you out. And I know for the credit that we've been talking about, all you really need to do at this point is be sure to let Erica know, hey, I've ran the ad, and you can send them a copy of the receipt when you do start the ad. Keller Williams RI will email you a receipt for the cost of the ad, and then you email that off to, I believe, Erica, and they'll be able to get you the credit set up, and you can we'll get that back on your agent account. So fun and quick. Are there any questions before I go?
Brian, I just have one question.
Yeah.
We have to have a listing or some sort of property to create the campaign?
So you need to use a property to create the campaign. And like I said earlier, you may have come in just a bit late. Reach out to somebody and just say, hey, can I borrow your listing? And you can use any listing in there. You just search them. So when I was in here creating the ad, at this point here, this view came in here, and you can search any property. So let's say I wanted to, let's say I wanted to use this property here, which is an old listing of mine that's sold. I could hit select, and it would put that listing in there. Or let's say I wanted to, let's just go Pasco and see what it pulls up with Pasco. Well, of course, no records found. Give me an address, guys. Of maybe one you're interested in using here.
Well, I mean, we should definitely be asking someone from our group, right?
Yeah, you definitely want to do a Keller Williams listing. So, I mean, in which
I
case,
can't
too,
find
you
one
can-
right off the bat.
So what we can do here is we can just go up on in our MLS Go office, and here's 3 new listings for our office. And we can pop in here, and we can see that Josh Blankenship has this listing, 4407 West 19th. So what I would recommend in that case, I'd give him a call and say, "Hey, Josh, can I do a Facebook ad on 4407 West 19th Avenue?" He's 90% of the time going to say, "Oh, sure," because I don't know an agent that is not okay with that. So then we pop over. Sorry, my other screen there. 4407 West 19th Avenue. So then we pop back over here. And we search that, and here's his listing. So then, well, I have it on only my listings. That's what the problem has been. So there's his listing right there. And you can see listing agent Josh Blankenship, but I can still hit select, and all that information from this listing will go in instead of my own listing.
Okay.
So yeah, just ask someone if you can use their listing. You'll be in good shape.
Thank you. Thanks, Brian.
No problem. Well, in that case, I'm gonna go ahead and move on down with my day. Again, if you guys have any questions, reach out by phone, send me an email. Otherwise, I am gonna post this on KWTC Fam so everyone can look through it again.